type of opportunity he was grabbing with both hands last evening.
It's always nice when playing those shots when you've got a choice of reds to play for, so if you're a little bit hard or a little bit soft, you've still got options. Play this red and screw off two cushions for the black.
Five.
Decided to play for this red because I think this red into the right corner was the one that was stopping the black from going to the right corner, and this will make the black available into both corner pockets. Well, maybe the black would have gone, so anyway, there's plenty of room for it now.
13.
And he'll want to win this frame at this visit. He had 2-3 chances in the first frame. The balls are perfect here, so
20.
Ideal opportunity.
$21.
Those two reds near the top cushion just cause a little bit of a problem. He doesn't want to run into those, of course, because he can win this frame by playing on the open reds, but just under hit that slightly.
28.
Well, you can stay on the black now. Decent kiss. It could have gone wrong, but he's okay.
Yeah, neither player has had the cue ball on a string when they've been in the balls yet. Always been a little bit awkward.
$35.
Don't think the pink respots on its own spot, so I'm going the brown spot, so just drop this pink in the middle. Choice of red into the left corner.
$41. $42.
So 27 points the lead. These two reds in the open with blacks will put in 46 points in front, but there'll be 46 points remaining. So he's going to need
50.
One of these two reds near the top cushion. Could he have concentrated on blacks previous? I don't know, but it's not over until he develops
57.
those two reds.
$58.
Well, it looks about inch perfect to me. As I say, this black will put in 43 points in front, 43 remaining. One red required.
Yeah, as long as it hits the left half of the red that's to the left, it'll knock the other one towards the right corner. He caught the first red too full.
Yes, if he could have got in the
65.
join, there's a chance of developing both reds, but I don't think he's on anything now. Took a pink during that frame. I'm not saying that that was the wrong shot, or he had to play the pink to release the two reds, but it just shows you if he'd have stayed on the blacks,
Shaun Murphy, 65.
have been snookers needed now, but as it is, Neil Robertson can still tie.
Touching ball.
Touching ball was called there by Brendan Moore. He'd love to lay a snooker on both reds here. Can he nestle up to the blue off this? Not hard enough. Not hard enough. Be a little bit disappointed with that. He could have nestled to the blue. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it was an easy shot, but it was an opportunity to gain the upper hand. Feel as though he could do anything else. That's all of the red he could hit, so he knew he was knocking it to the corner. It's covered by the blue. In an ideal world, Neil would like to stun this red up the table and get the snooker behind the yellow on the red that's possible, but that wouldn't be guaranteed. And if he plays the pot and doesn't get on the black, he'll need a snooker. Is he looking at the pot? I think he may be. It's a big ask. And that, surely, is end of frame. In favour of Shaun Murphy. Just the red needed. The first frame was a scrappy affair that took 23.5 minutes. This is only just less than 20 minutes, but a bit more solid snooker, particularly from Shaun.
8. 9.
It's got all the makings, this match, of being a classic encounter. I'm certain once these early nerves go from the cue arm, then we're going to see a great match.
15. 17. 20.
Brown didn't go in, but it didn't matter, the frame was over before then, so both players now have had a chance to settle. We're in for a cracking match, I do believe, but that was better from Shaun Murphy. He'll sit a lot more comfortably now. It's 1-all.
Here's an interesting thing. We have two eyes, but we only see one picture. So when you're playing snooker, there's a problem. Where do you put your eyes over the cue? You would think the middle. So get down on the shot, one eye either side. That's how Shaun Murphy thinks. But Neil Robertson's got another way. He's left-handed, of course. He's completely over his right eye. So the question is, has Neil Robertson got a dominant eye, or is that the way he's just got used to playing the game? And the question also is, if Neil Robertson's got a dominant eye, and everybody's got a dominant eye, then why hasn't Shaun Murphy? He should be over one eye and not in the middle.
I couldn't agree more. We're talking about a dominant eye and the fact that Shaun doesn't actually cue the way most other players do. How did you cue, John? How did you see it, literally?
I am dominant left-eyed,
Right.
which is similar to John Virgo's in the commentary box. He's another dominant left-eyed player, so you just naturally do what your inclination is. My right eye is pretty poor. My left one was the one I always sighted with.
And as your visibility begins inevitably to decline with age, and it comes to us all, how does that impact upon a snooker player? Is there any dramatic examples of how it's deteriorated someone's play?
I found it just took a little bit longer to focus on the longer shots, just a little bit longer. I mean, when you were 18, 19, playing in the club and running around knocking everything in, you were onto it straight away. But as you get a bit older, you're like late 30s and playing, and you just have to look up and take a little bit more time on.
Okay, well, no problem about Shaun Murphy and sighting the ball out there clearly at that point. Your impression